What's going on, good people? This is the Kid, DC Wrestling, here to bring you all your tonight's review of AEW Dynamite. This was somewhat of a special edition of AEW Dynamite because it was known as Championship Fight Night because all the major championships were, well, featured on this show tonight. I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight to it, man. We kicked the show off with MJF taking on KT, as I would like to call him, or Konechka. I think that's how you pronounce him, for the AEW World Championship Eliminator match. Now, you guys know how I feel about this. I'm not a big fan of when AEW do these World Championship Eliminator matches because I feel like the title of it is so dumb. You literally have to beat the champion in a non-title match to get a championship match, and then you have to beat him again. And then 9 times out of 10, you get that title match, you lose because the champion knows what you're going to do and, get a new plan and all that. But this was a really good opener, I thought. Granted, MGF doesn't wrestle a lot, but when he does, it's pretty cool to see. And I thought him tonight, him and Konechka, for a match that was not for the AEW World title, it's a really good matchup. Now, MJF did attack Konechka after the match, and he got a promo, an interesting promo, where it looked like MJF was pretty much admitting a crime. He was talking about a girl named Liv in high school. I'm not going to get fully into the details. I'll just have you watch the MJF promo. But I like this MJF tonight, man. I like MJF when he gets into the psychotic heel tonight. He wasn't in his typical heel stick where he goes out there and he puts on these cheap pops to get cheap heat up in the crowd, like, haha, your team sucks, I banged your mom, all that stupid stuff. Like, I feel like we saw a different MJF tonight. And I like that. I like that because clearly he didn't want to fight Danielson at Revolution. But as we saw, spoiler alert, he is. Jamie Hayter and the Bunny was next. Like I said, this was an AEW Women's Title Eliminator matchup, and this was not good at all. And hopefully the Bunny is okay because towards the end of the match, where it seemed like they had to call an audible and end the match quick, they did this spot. She landed on her head. She was like clutching her head and everything. So hopefully the Bunny is good. But from a match standpoint, even before that ending, match wasn't really good at all. And then they did this backstage segment with Paige and Saraya where they were attacking the girl, spray painting her and everything. That segment was so cringe. I mean, it was something straight up out of a high school, cringe, high school, middle school, where the bullies just bully the person. Like, it was that bad, man. I was like cringing throughout that. This whole not Jamie Hayter, but this whole Saraya and Tony Storm heel run, it hasn't been off to a great start, in my honest opinion. But then you had the Garcia Guevara, Ricky Starks gauntlet, which it was pointless. The whole match was pointless. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see Ricky Starks on TV, but from a match standpoint, it was pointless. And then Jericho, who was in the mask, attacks Ricky Starks, and they won the match. So clearly they're stretching this story out all the way up to Revolution. A lot of people weren't feeling this. I was not feeling this at all. Like I said, I thought this matchup was just completely and utterly pointless. Like, clearly they're trying so hard to give it, to build up for the show because Jericho's gonna fight Ricky Starks at Revolution most likely. But I was not feeling this at all tonight. But I will admit the show started to pick up a little bit of esteem because we had Roosh and Bryan Danielson. Now, originally, it seemed like this match wasn't going to happen because they locked Danielson in the room with Konechka and Renee and the doctor, and they broke down the door, and they did fight. And, man, I thought this was match of the night. Roosh did his job well, even though he lost tonight. He did his job well, serving up as that, just beating up on Danielson, making him bleed. I mean, these guys were hitting each other harder than the dudes be hitting each other on Power Slap. I mean, these guys were slapping the crap out of one another, man. Definitely one of the matches. If you didn't get to check out this show, I would definitely tell you should check out this one. Like I said, man, MJF with his psychology, just going full psycho mode tonight by attacking Danielson after the matchup. I thought that was good. And I like that MJF, you know what I'm saying? Like the cheap MJF, yeah, he gets his quick spurts and all that, but this MJF, I feel like we saw tonight. I like it. I really do. Top Flight and AR Fox took on the Elite. This was for the trios titles, and this wasn't a bad match. It was all right. Kind of predictable in a way, though, to be quite honest with you. So it was the main event, the Acclaim and the Guns. When this main event, when they announced this is the main event, I was like, all right, yeah, I knew what was going to happen. So solid main event, but overall, honestly, I felt like this was a mess show for the most part. I feel like the MJF and Danielson stuff was really good, but like I said, like the stuff with the Gauntlet match and the women, kind of brought the show down a little bit in my honest opinion. That's why I say this was kind of a meh show. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my AEW Dynamite review. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so yeah.